Great. How to do the thing that scares you is simply to write about it every single day, no matter what. Come to the page, no matter what. Don't come to the page to get it right. Don't come to the page to know or understand. Don't come to the page to write the next great American novel. Don't come to the page to be perfect. Don't come to the page to get it perfect, but rather get it true. Okay? And we avoid coming to the page. I want to make time to write. I want to learn how to write a novel. I want to finally learn April's outline technique for my screenplay. I want to finish the morning pages perfectly and then write a book. I want to finish my book proposal. These are all things that we put in front of us that we should do, but we don't have a methodology for getting there because we've decided that we won't do all the things that we love to do unless we do it perfectly. And journaling is where you get to vomit on the page. It's where you get to practice showing up for yourself regularly, right? That's what a keystone habit is. It's something that's a part of your life that if you don't do it, you feel off. You can do it on the subway, you can do it in the stairwell on your lunch break. You can do it in between house cleaning. You can take 5 minutes here, you can take 5 minutes there. The point is to do it every day. And so, what I'd like to do is mimic the process of getting up every day and journaling. And I'm going to guide you through some journaling exercises. And then, when we're done, we're going to talk about it a little bit. And at the end of these 3 days, I'm going to let you guys be the first ones to try the paid class, which will be a 3 hour Saturday class. And there will be four of them. And we'll talk more about them later. Does that sound like a plan? Yes? No? Maybe so? It's a lot of. Oh, everybody's muted. Okay. Great. All right. So, take out your pen and your paper, and I want you to start writing. The first thing that comes to mind, the very first thing that comes to mind, make sure you're writing longhand with a pen or a pencil. Nobody will ever see this. At the end, you can tear it up and throw it in the trash if you want to. Nobody will ever see this. This is for you. Write. If you can't think of what to write, say, I don't know what to write. I don't know what to write. Fuck this. Fuck this is too early. I don't know what to write until something comes up. Taking a deep breath through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And write. Inhale through the nose. Exhale from the mouth. And write. Do not lift the pen from the page until I tell you to. Allow in a deep, rich breath through the nose. Exhale in a gentle sigh. And write down 10 things that you love. 10 things that you love. 10 things that you're afraid of. 10 things that you dream about. Now look at those lists. Pick one thing from those lists and write about why you're doing it or why you're not doing it right now. Describe one of those things from the list. And in your writing, it's as if you're talking to a friend that loves you, that you can dish with. If you'd like some help, send me one of the things from the list. You can send that to me via chat, and I'll walk you through a scenario. One thing from the list of something you dream about, something you're afraid of, something that you love. Great. Not traveling because of COVID, money, and health issues. Got it. I was there in 2017 when I packed a bag and moved to Morocco. A lot of that. But what I did before that is I took baby steps towards where I wanted to be, right? If you take the big monster of, I can't travel, I don't have money right now, um, COVID is blocking everything I want to do. If you look at the big picture and then you go on social media, it will just turn into this huge thing that feels impossible to do. So you have to break it down into small bits. All right. So I started in 2017. I want to move abroad. I didn't know how to do it. So I went online and I joined Facebook groups about different places I was interested in. And then every day I would go and research that place in detail. I cut out pictures and put them in my journal. And for me, it was Morocco, jewelry, and caftans. So every day there was a new caftan to be found on social media. And follow people that I loved who were wearing caftans every day. So that the thing that I wanted was present in my life every day until I could afford to get it. And that constant habit of writing down what you want and then taking a small piece of it each day and saying, I can go shopping for caftans online and make a list of the ones I want to buy. I can go to the secondhand store, masked up with my visor, which I did, and find a caftan that I can afford. Or I can go on Poshmark and bid for one. But I wrote in my journal first so it didn't feel impossible. So you can travel from your chair. And after 6 months of that, the first $800 that came into my hands, I bought a ticket to Morocco. It was for 8 months out. I didn't have any other money. I didn't have a plan. I just knew that each day I came to my journal and dreamed about something out loud in my journal. And so it was present in my mind. So I made a way out of no way. So I bought the ticket as soon as I had the money and didn't get acrylic nails or get my hair done. What can you do to get closer to one of these things? Something that you can do today. Write about that. One small thing. Now write about why you're not doing one of those things. Or if it's fear, write about that fear. Put down the worst scenarios on the page. Write it all out. Just vomit it on the page. And since this class is called How to Do the Thing That Scares You, you're going to spend the rest of the day after we get off this call. Give yourself 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, to make a plan to do one of those things that you're not doing because of the fear. It doesn't have to be perfect, nobody will ever see it. Just vomit on the page. I want to travel. I'm going to get on the train in my mask and go to Little India today and buy some spices. That'll get me closer. That's traveling. One thing that you can do today in your journal, write about it, that will get you closer to one of those things that you dream about or that you love. We've already talked about what you believe is in the way. That's the fear. Now let's make a plan to get closer. Remain on the page. Every time you come to the page, you decide to show up for yourself. It fuels you, makes you feel full and accomplished, and sets you on a task with a lot of intention behind it, whether you know it or not, which is why I ask you to write longhand so that you can slow down and sit with your dreams. Congratulations, you've been writing for 20 minutes, journaling. We're going to meet back here, same time, same place tomorrow. Try and get here earlier. You don't have to wait for me to hop on and guide you to start writing. Just come to the page and write. And tomorrow, when I meet you, I would like you to already be writing longhand. Try and get on about 15 minutes before, and try and write 3 pages without stopping. I'll stop you when it's time for class, and then we'll go through another exercise. Sound like a plan?
Yes.
And for those of you who weren't here at the top, I would like you to send me something in chat. Why are you here? And what do you want to learn? I also spoke about this being a keystone habit, so we're going to practice keystone habits, one of which is taking a little bit of a problem and tackling one small piece of it each day in your journal to brainstorm. That's what we began today. We will continue with that tomorrow. I spoke about the next 3 days working just like this. And at the end, I'm going to offer a Saturday class. And y'all go first. The people who show up here get a chance to get a class and a discovery session with me. So show up, do the work. Some of the work that I'm going to give you in our next 2 sessions have a lot to do with preparing for the class, which will be a 3 hour Saturday class. So show up so you're in the mix. Any questions? Great.
Just thank you.
Oh, thank you. It's a lot of y'all. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording now.